Did you know that women make up only 13% of the beer industry? Well, our next guests are trying to change that. We've got Jessica and Shanice. They're joining me now with Hal. So welcome to the show.
Hi,
nice to meet you both. We're going to be getting into these beverages in just a moment, of course. But what is the Pink Boots Society exactly? What do you do?
So we are a nonprofit made up of women and non-binary persons that work in the fermented beverages industry. So we're brewers, we're front of the house, we're sales reps, we work in warehouses, you know, for distribution, kind of every facet of the industry.
Okay, wonderful. And why did you want to help this out and make this change?
Just to empower women throughout the industry, because you walk into a male-dominated field and you're just like, oh, am I going to get accepted here?
Yeah.
You gotta be on your toes all the time. You gotta stand up for your stuff. Not everyone's like that, but there's those moments you're just like, all right, but it's also nice to have support throughout the community who experience the same thing.
So you offer the support, probably some resources of how people can get started and that kind of thing. So what are some ways that the public can get involved in support?
So what we do with the public in different breweries, we all work for different breweries and or other, distilling and things like that, but we collaborate with different breweries the way that breweries do with each other. But we as members of society come and help them brew a beer, and then part of the proceeds from that beer go back to the society to fund our scholarships.
Oh, scholarships.
Yeah.
That's really neat. How do folks get information on that? I mean, I'm assuming they need to apply and hit certain criteria?
Absolutely, yeah. So you have to be a member. We have 3 different tiers of membership. But yeah, we have quarterlies. Some involve going to Germany, Yakima, Chief Valley, up in the Northwest. There's lots of really fun opportunities for all of us.
I used to work in Yakima.
Oh, wow.
Washington, you're talking about Washington State?
Yeah,
that was my first TV market, was Yakima and Tri-Cities.
Very cool.
Very small area, but very good for wine and I guess beer too.
Yeah, for sure.
So you mentioned collaborations. If somebody is interested in doing that, how do they get more information on that, and what does that involve?
So they can get a hold of me directly through social media. She works at Engine 15. I work at Ardwolf and Grace Note. I am actually the board representative for North Florida for all of our members.
Cool.
So I'm a really good point of contact. I have a lot of connections, so I already know a lot of people in the industry. So get in touch with me if you want to collab. We can make that happen.
Okay, awesome. And you're a brewer.
Yes.
So what got you interested in doing that?
Well, during the pandemic era, everyone was stuck at home, so I was like, oh, I always had an interest in fermentation and just with food and drinks. I was like, oh, let me try some home brewing. And then during quarantine, because I just could not handle isolation, I started working at a pickle factory. And at the pickle factory, we did a hot sauce collaboration with a brewery next door to us. And I just walked in there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to work in here someday.
That's cool.
Because I just like working with my hands and big equipment and everything.
Yeah, you don't want to sit in a cubicle.
No.
All right, let's talk about some of the stuff you brought here today then.
Yeah, so these are just some of the past examples of collaborations we've done throughout the state. Some of them here in Jacksonville, some of them in Orlando, Tampa with Angry Chair. We've got a bunch of really fun stuff. So these are just kind of displays, just to kind of show how often we do this. We've already done 5 here in Jacksonville alone.
That's amazing. And is it kind of a situation like when it's gone, it's gone?
Yep. And it's a one-time thing. And one of the fun things about it is YCH hops up in the Northwest. They do a proprietary hop blend every year that they make and offer to the breweries that are doing the collaborations, and then part of those proceeds also go back to the society.
Amazing. That is such a this is so cool. So thank you for joining us today, but give us a website where if we want more information, we can go.
pinkbootsociety.org.
That's easy enough. Thank you ladies so much, and congratulations and good luck. I think it's really cool what you're doing.